5.
Whatever that means.
4.
And I love my wife, man. And I wouldn't change her for the world.
3.
Marriage long-term isn't easy.
2.
He's like, bro, she released me.
1.
Man, if this is too deep for the intro, if so, I find another use. But just in case it's perfect, let me introduce. On my government ID, it states that my name is Justice Payne Tyson, but you can call me the neighborhood therapist. And I'm rocking with my brother, as always, Mike B.
Yeah.
And this is season 2 of The Black Man Misunderstood.
Kiko got them beats, baby.
91 shit. Advocate, hope. Lesson starts when the teacher actually ends. Now, lesson starts when the teacher actually ends. Now, lesson starts when the teacher actually ends. Now, fuck them casual trends. We going all in. Now, welcome to the growth. Keep it brief, this how it goes. Some keep it real, others keep doing the most. Some keep it real, others keep doing the most. Some keep it real, others keep doing the most.
Mike, we made it, bro.
Bro, did we?
We made it, bro.
Did we?
Yup.
Yo, season 2. I didn't think we were going to get here, though.
Me neither. Me neither. I didn't think that 1,000+ listeners would care what me and you had to talk about. I really did.
Facts. I didn't think it was going to be that hard, bro.
Yeah. And not just United States, bro. 7 countries, bro. How, Sway?
Ireland was one of the first ones. I don't even understand how.
Yeah, Ireland stepped up, bro. I was like, damn. I don't know, man. I'm feeling it, though. I'm rocking, man. What we doing today, bro? What we got for today, Mike?
Today is part 2 of our conversation that we ended last season with. Relationship and marriage. This time around, we are in the hot seat with our significant others, which I would like to introduce at this point in time. First, the lady in my life, Miss Stephanie Vargas. Say hi to the people.
Hi, everybody.
And then, next to my boy, Miss Daphne. Is it just Payne Tyson now?
It's always Payne Tyson. Don't even ask the question because he's going to say something out of pocket and I'm not going for it. So.
Hello, everybody.
You know I had to do it. But how are you ladies doing on this fine evening?
Great. I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, Daphne?
Everything's good.
You see what they just did there? We invited them to our show and they already just took over. You know, we didn't even get to ask how they were doing. Steph already just asked.
I'm gonna answer before you ask.
This is what happens, guys. This is what happens.
I have no concerns. I keep trying to tell y'all I welcome all smoke. They're not talking to Justice no more. So, you know.
Yeah, it's the neighborhood therapist, brother. Yeah. Tell them.
Out here. Oh yeah. I think the nosy people want to know, how long have we all been together? So, Mike?
Whoa. The way you just said that, I'm going to need you to clean that up.
The nosy people want to know how long we've all been together.
I think you... All right. I'm going to just let that slide.
What? The nosy people. Because if you know, you know.
That's true. That is very true.
See?
I'm with it.
But,
all right. So you want to go first, Mr. Therapist?
Mm-hmm.
I'll let Daph answer that. How long have we been together?
Well, you say 10, but actually it was 9.
Oh!
You met me.
There's a discrepancy.
You met me in my 2nd year of college.
How, Sway?
Wifey is always right. Okay.
Not in this instance.
Yes.
100%.
We have.
Oh Lord.
Okay. Listen, if y'all go on my wife's Facebook,
you say you met me in my 1st year of college.
I did.
It was my 2nd year.
I would think I will remember that.
It wouldn't have went by that fast, babe.
It did.
Okay, babe. We've been together 10 years.
10 years.
I let it slide. 10 years.
Listen. Okay, let me be candid for a moment, okay? One thing about a guy from, my background, Mike's background, okay?
Clear it up.
If we decide to settle down, okay, because the stereotype, I don't think it's a stereotype. We love women. We enjoy women. That's our thing, okay?
Amen.
When we decide to settle down, that means we focus. That means we remember certain things. Like I remember that her color is this. I remember that she likes this certain nail polish, little stuff that we usually will say is simping. But now you're stepping into husband territory. You remember that stuff. So I think I will remember that it's been 10 years, wife.
Okay, 10 years it is. What about y'all?
He did a whole speech. He had to get the 10. You gotta get
Like I said, I'm gonna let this one slide. So let's move on.
No, I let y'all get off the hook that easy. 10 years of what? I need the breakdown. No, I need the breakdown.
Ooh, that's a good question. It's just been 10 years, man.
So everything just flowed right together, dating for this period of time, then engaged for this amount of time, now married for,
it's just I think we lost track of time, to be honest with you, because when I met her, it was just a boyfriend and girlfriend thing, and then we started getting serious, and then from there, man, it just like you just know. I don't know how to explain that. It was a spiritual thing, and it no longer felt like I was in the presence of my girlfriend. Like it felt like I was in the presence of my wife. And then I took the liberty of reading the Bible from cover to cover, which was a mistake. I'm gonna go out there and put that out there for anybody that tries to do it. Make sure you're spiritually ready for it, because what comes after it, it gets real. So
enlightening.
Yeah, man, it's different. So after I did that, it had something in there, and it stated that when the Lord presents something to you, you'll know. You know what I'm saying? And I got that vibe. I felt like that, and I prayed on it, and I got my confirmation that Daphne was my wife. So I started walking around and living in that moment. Of course, I asked her how she felt. She said she felt the same. That's why it's so muddy to me, because I don't live really in this realm, this earthly realm. These little, oh, hey, you got to go to the courthouse and do this and that.
The titles.
Yeah. But we did go to the courthouse. We did get the what is it called?
Common law.
Yeah, the official common law, not we just live together and you're just common law. We went to the actual courthouse, signed the paperwork. So in the state of Texas and 9 other states, we are married, but not in all 50 states. That I'm gonna hold her foot to the fire. I'm hoping we do that for my 30th birthday around that time, sometime in June.
Hey.
And for anybody that's trying to throw shade, let me go ahead and dead you real quick. The reason why we're taking so long with the official marriage is because we had a plan. So we sacrificed. We went through a lot of missing birthdays, missed a lot of family events because we were striving to get out of debt. We was renting and things like that. So now we on the come up. We done bought a house together. We living life. You know what I'm saying? Now, wifey is about to become a registered nurse, and my thing to her was, facts. My thing to her was, look, I want you to be able to say that you did this on your own. Like you have all of this in your own credit, your own car paid off, all that. Like 2 cars are paid off, bro. No BS. Like we had to sacrifice a lot, bro. We sacrificed all the fun. But my thing,
bro.
Facts. Appreciate it. My thing to her was, hey, if you go hold out for this little bit of time of sacrificing, I swear I'm gonna give you the world. And she stuck it through. I gotta give her all the props in the world, man. So I said to her, look, you go ahead and get that RN so that this way when you get it, it says Daphne, her last name, her family's last name. Yeah, we're not gonna say that. Her family's last name. and this way she can give that to her mom. You know what I'm saying? And her mom be like, okay, look, this is what my baby girl did, and put it up on the wall. And then we get married, she changed her name, and now we get the official one put up in the house, and now we good. And then that's when we enter Daphne Payne Tyson. But the real reason, the real reason we haven't done that is because I want to get the name changed properly. I want her to have that for her family.
I love that.
All respect, bro. All respect.
Appreciate it. So now,
oh Lord,
what is this story, man?
Y'all.
Yeah, man. And don't leave out the part where it got extra spicy last month either.
You want to put me on the spot with that now, huh?
Yeah.
Remember what happened last month?
Oh, babe, you missed it. You missed it. Oh Lord. So to be quite frank, we are approaching our 4-year anniversary. But with that, of course, that means we've dated before the official date. So I would go on to say at this point in time, we are probably at 4 years in a month to be exact, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 2, maybe 2 or 3, somewhere around there. By the time our anniversary comes, it will definitely be 4.5 years together. And me being the man that I am, you know how we grew up and we actually do love women. And when we find the right one, we got to lock them down. I did propose to my lovely Stephanie Vargas on Christmas Day.
Christmas Day of what?
2020, the hell year. So she is no longer a girlfriend, but my fiance, like we like to say.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that. How you feel, Steph? How that feel?
It feels good. I just feel like it's a whole new responsibility, which, I guess is bittersweet. But marriage long term isn't easy, and sometimes it's a little scary to think about. But I know I got a great partner, and I know I got a great support system, and without them and without this guy, I think I would have been a little bit more scared. But how it happened, and this year 2020 being as crazy as it was for everyone, it was a great way to end 2020. I definitely felt blessed and appreciated, and so I feel good. I'm still on the high.
That's what I'm talking about.
Our hands getting heavy day by day. So
oh my God,
bro, you out of pocket, bro.
I'm out of pocket. I'm just saying.
Well, happy New Year, everybody.
Yes.
All of that. 2021 love. But I think we got all of the pleasantries out the way, man. Let's get into it.
All right.
Let's ask the questions people really want to ask, but don't ask on these things, man.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Ladies, why us? There's a million guys out there. I'll speak for myself. I'm only like 5'7.5". You know what I'm saying?
Soaking wet.
Soaking wet. 5'7.5", right?
Yep.
And I see my wife, like me and my wife play around a lot. Like if I see something like a female that I like walking with me, I'll be like, babe, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Joke with her, right? But I take it back. She sees somebody 6'2", tattoos and all this other stuff. She's like, oh, baby. I'll be like, okay, that's what's up. So my thing is, even though you like what you like, how is it that you ended up who you with? Like, why him?
Facts.
Sincere question.
Who wants to go first?
It don't matter.
It don't matter either one.
Whoever want to smoke.
Okay. Why him? I was thinking about this because times it gets hard. No, I'm kidding. Got to be careful what you wish for. That is like the synopsis of our relationship. I definitely, a long time ago, I was in a bad place, and I thought one night I was like, God, I don't want no one if he doesn't have these characteristics, if he doesn't have these, this personality trait or this family, friendly, loving type of guy, whatever the list. And I had met Mike long while before. And I kind of thought of him like, someone like this. Not knowing years later, God was going to give me the exact person which I was comparing it to. So, I do think that God does throw in some little jokes in there to be like, haha, be careful what you wish for. But yeah, he's everything that, not being cliche, but he definitely has all the qualities that I've ever wanted. And, it helped me be a better person because he pushes me to constantly be better. And that's all I can really ask for. And someone that loves me unconditionally. So that's why.
That's beautiful. Get the snaps for that. That was nice. I like that.
All right, Daph, your turn for the smoke.
Really? Why? I actually think I did choose him before he chose me, because we were in college and I was getting verbally disrespected by a guy, and he handled that for me. I was like, saying to myself, because this is the very first time I'm meeting this guy. We never seen each other on campus. It was kind of a small campus. So basically I just said to myself, wow, like I know this guy really respects women and his mother if he's gonna step up for a woman that he doesn't even know like this. So
that's deep.
I was like, he's not really interested in me. At least he wasn't showing it at the time. So I was like, yeah, I think this is the nice guy right here. I just respected that he appreciates, women. It's men don't do that anymore.
That's right. That's so right.
They're hard to find. So
okay, Jess, go ahead.
Neighborhood therapist, I see you, bro. Stop stirring that sis like that, bro.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I chose you. That's good enough for me.
That's right. She chose you. This one was handed, and sometimes I question.
Wait. Yo.
Oh my goodness.
She about to make me go into a fire session.
Oh,
Nah, too early. We go back.
Go ahead, Mike, you got it.
So, before we move into the next area, I actually want to respect both of you guys for answering that question, because I feel as though we hear these stories from ladies in movies and shows and like that. But it's always like, oh, I saw him at this party, rah, 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 and this and that. Where both of you had a different event where you saw us in a different light. And I feel as though we don't hear those stories as much. We hear about, him walking by with his friends one day, and I knew he was the one, or I seen him pull up in a car and yada yada yada. While you guys both looked at us at a different moment. Me at a church event, and just standing up for a woman, where we don't really see that as much unless it's a public forum, more times than not, with a speech and things of that nature. So I like to say that first before I go into Mr. Therapist, how did you know she was the one, sir? Explain.
All the juicy details, by the way.
God damn. I gotta go first?
Yeah, bruh.
Oh man. Hey.
I don't think he knows.
I do know. I don't know how deep I want to take it, but I can't say that I welcome smoke and not even, bring the smoke. So
but just let me know if you want to go to the fire session.
Yeah, man, go ahead and put me in that fire session right quick, man.
Come on now.
Bro.
Come on, man. All right, look, man. Look, fellas, look. Let me be real with you for a second, man. Like Mike said, man, I love women, man. And as I was growing up, I wasn't really normal when it was considered stereotyping guys with women. I always was looking for a wife as a teenager. And a lot of the homies around me hated that about me, because they was just like it was so many women around me, but I wasn't interested. Like I was always like the cool one. Just what's up? You trying to kick it tonight? And I'm like, yeah, we could kick back and chill, but we're not doing nothing. Like I'm good, because So the thing about me is I'm afraid of STDs, and my thing is I always, when I was in a relationship, I will always lie and tell myself every woman in the world has an STD. That's how I try to keep myself out of trouble.
Wow.
So as you get older, you go through relationships. A lot of that goes out the window when you run into certain women that treat you terrible. So I kind of went into like a little phase where I was like, oh, man, after that, I'm trying to hit everything. But as I was giving up on women, because, you know, a lot of my relationships just wasn't what's up, I ran into Daph. The thing about Daph is she is nothing I've ever been with. I've never been with a woman that will sit there, stare at you in your face, just give you a look, and then walk off. I'm like, fam, I'm talking we not
Quiet.
like,
Power.
like we having a conversation, but it sounds like I'm talking to myself. She's like, well, when you calm down, I'm gonna talk to you, but you have a nasty attitude. I mean, you just stop, and I'm like, what? This is pre-therapist, by the way, y'all. I've way changed past that, but besides the point, fellas, how you know she's the one? How I knew that Daph was the one? When she's able to invoke your spirit on a different level.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're able to see a chick and you like, wow, man, and it only lasts for 3 seconds because she pops into your head, you like, man, nah, she don't deserve that. I'm good. And you walk away. That's how you know. That's one way how you know. Another way how I know is, man, the woman is beautiful. She hasn't even had my kid yet. And every morning I wake up, she got like a little tattoo on her right side. I got to kiss her tattoo because I'm like, man, there's no way I can get this up. I've never felt like that with another woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in the puppy love stages and things like that. You know, I can say I loved a lot of women. I've never been in love. Like, I'm in love with my woman. It's just one of them things, like, it smacks you in your face. It comes, it stays, and you really know you're in love with the person because the little things piss you off. So I'm like, I can think of one today. I was like, yo, when you gonna clean up around the sink? Anybody else is arguing about cheating and hoeing and flirting. I'm tripping about, like, can you clean up around the sink? And she like, I get to it when I get to it. I'm like, oh. But if I wasn't in love with her, it wouldn't matter. I wouldn't care.
Max.
You see what I'm saying? So it's just a different world, it's a different feeling, man. So I implore fellas, like, if you know it in your heart, like, this the one, you're not simping because you stepping down from being that dude, as a lot of people I speak to say, man, I'm that dude. Like, I ain't about to do this and this for her. And it's like, bro, if she the one, you can't be that dude and that husband. They can't coincide. It doesn't happen like that. That dude has to die so you could be that husband. You know what I mean? So that's how I know, bro. I every day I want to be that husband to her, bro. I don't care how mad she is about anything that was done in the past or present. I don't care if she wake up mad, she just give me an ugly face. I don't care. I'm giving her a hug and a kiss, and I'm walking on by my day because I'm in love with my woman, and I'm extremely happy to be with her. But she's always the one for me. I'm good. That's my answer. Now top that. Go ahead. What?
That's it.
That was a fire session. I ain't topping no fire session.
I need a fire session from Mike, man. Put my fire session back on there, bro. Right there. Boom. Bang that. Go. I need that fire. Let's go.
All right. To know she was the one, Miss Stephanie Vargas. It was a couple of different things. I can piggyback on a lot of things that you said, bro. Yeah, when I get mad at her, it's a different type of man and be over some little stuff, like just moving my notebook off my desk the wrong way. I'm like, yo.
Facts, bro. Speak, bro.
But to be to know when I knew she was the one, I remember the day perfectly and what events led up to it. So it was actually New Year's Eve. I guess about 2 years ago now. Yeah, about 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure it's either 2 or 3 years ago. Well, one of the last New Year's Eves, and we were in church service together, and this was the first time me and Steph ever shared New Year's Eve together with our families, respectively. And yeah, of course, sis, the two little bros were there, her mom and dad, her sisters, and her brother. And we're in the church setting. Everything was fine and dandy. But I guess I was just welling up with so much spirit that day. For some reason, I didn't know what it was at that point in time. I was just like, yo, what's going on? And like, I'm just thinking about Steph a lot the entire day. So prior to that, what happened was I met her parents that summer. I'm pretty sure my family spent Christmas and Thanksgiving together that year. And I'm pretty sure Keisha then gave me away and I released you. And now everyone knows who knows my sister. For Keisha to say she released me when she has kept an eye on me and tell me to my face, it was a big step. So I guess I was just already welling up with all the different signs, all the emotions already. And New Year's came that night and it turned 12 and I just looked at her and in that moment in time I decided, I was like, yeah, I gotta get on this one knee because ain't nobody else and Mike ain't going back. Because remember, right before me and stuff reconnected, we were in Vegas, bro. And what did I say?
I'm gonna treat you how I treat my clients. I can neither confirm or deny that we were ever in Vegas. So
what was said? You remember what I said?
So I can't speak to Vegas, but I know what was said on the phone. I'm not gonna incriminate myself for nobody. He did. So I don't want to interrupt you, Mike, but you're asking me for the story. Right before meeting you, Steph, I'm not sure if you even know about this, so I'm about to drop a bomb, possibly. Mike was attempting to run around, but nothing was working for him. Nothing at all.
No.
Nothing. Like that was there to attest to this. I'm not making this up. And like I'm talking about, we are trying to like hook the brother up, everything, and everything was sinking. And he had a real deep conversation with me. He was like, bro, for real, man, I'm letting you know, bro, I'm not doing this no more. I was like, man, what you talking about? Get out your feelings, because he was doing his thing. Mike is a Leo. He do what he do. Yeah. Like, get out your feelings, bro. Relax, bro. He like, no, bro. The next one is my last one. I'm marrying her. I'm like, and so I looked at him when he said, and I was like, yo, you killing my vibe right now, bro. I was like, bro, I need you to go lay down or something, bro. You killing me, bro. I'm not even trying to think about that right now, bro. Like, for real, what are you talking? He's like, no, bro, listen to me. And this is when I knew he was here. He grabbed my shirt. He almost ripped my shirt. Me and Mike was gonna fight that day, but he grabbed my shirt. Damn, they were ripping my shirt. He looked me in my eyes. He's like, bro, I'm serious, bro. I'm not going through this no more, bro. The next one, bro, it's the last one. And then he started talking about this mysterious woman that he knew already, but now he knows her again. And it's like he never knew her before. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, I'm like, what? I'm like, what's her name? Oh, her name's Stephanie, bro. She's amazing. I'm like, bro, where'd she come from? Oh, I knew her already, bro. But it's like the first time. I'm like, yo, you know what? You're going to have to get off my phone, bro. It's too much. It's too much. But Steph, I'm going to be real with you. He told me from that day, hey, my next one is my last one. And when he met you, I'm not going to lie. I felt it. I was like, yo, this might be it. And then when Keisha released him, I was like, oh, man. I was like, Mike got vision. So I'll give him that.
Aww.
So
you knew?
I knew.
Can I just say the whole Keisha releasing him? I think I was on the phone or something. I just was around during the time where Keisha said those words. I release you. Mike got so quiet. I think I heard a whimper because I'm like, you good? Did that like hurt your feelings? A little. Like things got real from that moment. And I don't think he was even ready.
Listen,
So
he told me and I went quiet.
really?
I didn't believe him. I thought he was BSing. He was like, bro. And the way he sounded, it sounded like he was so like energy was gone. He was like, bro. He was like, bro. It's like, yo, you good? Do I need to fly to Jersey, bro? Somebody gotta get gone, bro. What's up? I'm like, yo, what's up? We're activated, son. What's good? He like, no, bro, Keisha. I was like, oh my gosh, Keisha okay? And I immediately went to scare him. I'm like, oh my gosh, is Keisha okay? He's like, bro, she released me. I'm like, huh? I'm like, oh, she kicked you out. You been tripping, bro. Like, for real. He's like, no, bro, listen to me. And I was like, what, man? He's like, Keisha released me to stuff. And when he said that, I knew what he was saying, but I just was such in a state of shock. I had to sit down. I was like, oh.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And it's just, and we only it's only because we know Keisha and how she feels about Mike. So for her to release him, that's such a strong word for her. So it's a fact. So I want to say congratulations, Steph.
Thank you.
The real one.
Thank you. Well, it happened naturally. You know, when it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Like you guys said, when you just know, you know.
Yep.
You just know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask this. What is keeping us all faithful to each other?
I kind of think you hit this on the head earlier in your first memoir, sir. So it's like you try to think about doing something else, or even the question comes up, and then the next moment, all you can think of is the said individual.
True.
And you basically was like, nah, I can't do that. Not to that one. I don't think people understand how much it's just that little step of just saying no because of the one individual that's in your life.
Mm-hmm.
From making a bad turn. Like all these dudes, when they be like, oh man cheat, oh women cheat now too.
It's a fact.
My always follow-up question is, what did you do for them not to cheat? Because something's lacking for them to cheat.
I'm gonna say 80% of the time. There are 20% where
There are some individuals who just are sex addicts, I like to call it,
or they are free spirits. You know, they can't. Yeah,
it's not a thing.
Yeah. So,
but I'm rocking though. I feel where you coming from.
I guess that's just how I deal with things too. You know, we've been too close. We always bounce stuff off each other anyway.
True.
So we've always probably thought the same way and just don't say it sometimes, and other times we do speak on it. So yeah, I'm gonna just piggyback off earlier note, ladies.
Yeah, but another thing we got to remember is it's okay to look. You can let your partner, look. As long as they're not touching, they're not approaching the other person. You know what I mean? For instance, if I see a tall guy that looks good, with some tattoos, like you said earlier.
You said tall, right?
Then, I'm going to come home and be like, "Dang, I seen something, he looked good. Like it turned me on, take care of me. He know what to do. You know what I mean? So we got to remember that.
He that she referring to is me, not the dude.
I know who she was referring to. Bro.
Let me get that understood real quick. Granddaddy taught me well. I'm straight.
Yeah, we ain't swingers over here. Nah, that don't rock.
I don't know. I guess in a lovely world, I mean, I was raised very conservative. So, like, even having a boyfriend, I had, that's a whole other story, but very conservative. So there's a lot of things that make me feel very uncomfortable. Since I've gotten older and since I've stepped out of that conservative, traditional environment, I've learned to gain comfortability in certain situations around men in general. And so there's just some things I don't feel comfortable with. Like, I don't see myself coming in like, yo, babe, I saw this fine man. Like, I don't do that because first of all, I'm gonna feel ridiculous. Second of all,
I'm gonna feel some type of way.
He's gonna feel some type of way. But I'm saying, I think also because we're looking at it at a different perspective. We've only been together for 4 years. You guys have been together for 10 years. We're still working. Every couple is working and learning and growing, but we're still new, you know? So we're still learning what ticks. We still have to understand. If the audience doesn't know, we just moved in together 3 months ago. So yeah, we're learning a lot about each other. And maybe in 10 years, I'll be perfectly fine coming in the door like, babe, our neighbor.
Oh, you better not take it to, hey, time out.
Not
Time
the
out.
neighbors, not the
No
neighbors.
neighbors.
Yo, you see where she going with this?
Okay, maybe not the neighbor.
It has to be a stranger. Nobody around, not the lawnmower guy, the mailman, none of that. Yes, it's true.
When you take a trip to Times Square and you see one of them bodybuilders out there trying to get pictures, that's what you can come home and tell me about. But it better not be someone I could go.
Yeah, in fact.
Okay, that's the first rule. Obviously I need to learn, but yes, so we're still new, we're still learning. And so that's something that I don't still feel comfortable doing, but maybe in 10 years I will. So since we're still in the new process, and yeah, for now, the faithful thing, it comes with knowing what you have and what you're worth. Stephanie from back then wouldn't have seen that. You know, like you said, every man is unfaithful, every woman is unfaithful, and that's just the moral of the story. But I met someone that I see faithfulness and loyalty to and from. So you get what you give and you give what you get. So if I want that, I need to give that. So that's what I'm working through in this relationship. And my only relationship. This is it.
Clean that up.
But yeah, that's what it is. Y'all.
I respect that. Dad, did you have anything else you wanted to add to that?
No, that's it.
Everything y'all said was phenomenal at some point.
Yeah.
Huh?
Y'all hit it on the head.
Yeah. The biggest thing for me, staying faithful, staying loyal. I just, like I said, because I'm in the marriage already, if I see something nice, if Daph is not around and I have to keep composure, and she coming on strong and she got everything that I like I said, I really do a lot of things, but there's 2 things for sure that I know work for me. When she's talking to me, I don't look her in the eyes. I look at her forehead. No BS. Look at the forehead. That's something that I learned from the Bible. That's when Jesus was looking up when he walked in there with all the concubines and prostitutes and all that. But y'all can read the Bible and see that story in there. It's in there somewhere. The second thing, like I said, one thing I like to tell myself is any woman that's coming on to me or any woman that I find attractive, immediately I know this is going to sound terrible, people, but I'm just telling y'all what works for me. Okay. I'm not shallow. I'm just telling you what works for me. Every woman that I find attractive, like on a super level, has an STD to me. And anybody that know me know I don't play with God, STDs, and atomic bombs. I'm out. I'm out, bro. I'm good on those 3 things. So we straight. That keeps me faithful. And then the most important thing, like I said, man, when I lay down and go to sleep, I look at this woman and I'm like, yo, this woman gonna have my kids. My kids don't deserve that. She don't deserve that. And I'm damn sure not about to be splitting my money and my properties and all this other stuff that I'm about to be doing halfways because I'm good on that, bro. I already know how the court systems work. I don't want no parts of that. Like,
I'm taking all of it, not half.
That's right. That's right.
The disrespect. I ain't worried about it. I ain't gonna get to that point.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you though. And let me point this out here.
Awesome.
Just because the other sex gives you a nice compliment, don't mean that they flirting.
Yeah, true.
Because people get that mixed up. Oh, he married and he flirting with me. No, he just might have wanted to brighten your day and say, "Oh, your dress looks beautiful today," and walk away. He ain't flirting.
Hold on now.
Wait, why are you looking at her dress? When you look at somebody's dress, you gotta look low, like where their butt is kind of curved at.
Damn, I was trying to save you, Mike. But...
Wait, whoa.
I didn't want to say it.
I was just throwing an example out there, and I said dress. Jesus.
I tried to save you, bro.
You see how that can end up wrong? You shouldn't be giving compliments like that.
I'm with Daphne. I don't know. You know what? It's because people run differently. Like you can say, "Oh, you got a pretty smile," and be looking at them, and somebody's gonna take it and mix it up, and then there goes a problem. So you just have a nice day. You know, like you just keep it moving.
I guess.
I mean, people live for that.
Yeah,
I guess
they live for it. You know,
it's a fact. Mike,
you can tell your friend, tell them. I don't know.
Mike, it's best you transition out into the next topic, bro, before you get 8 on this track, bro.
Facts. We've kind of been touching on this anyway. It's basically, how do you know your relationship or marriage will work? I think we've all dropped different points. We've heard loyalty, talked about faithfulness just now.
Yep.
Just getting to know the individual more and to continue to learning, point that you brought up. So is there any other that we want to touch on that the audience knows?
I can speak for myself. I know it'll work because I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to continue giving it my all, even when she aggravates me. I'm going to continue to give it my all. I'm going to find new ways to make her smile. And as long as she's smiling, I'm good.
That's right.
I feel you on that, bro. I guess because I'm a giver with certain things. And, you know, I'm a planner at the same time. So when it comes to her gifts, like for special occasions, it's just not I bought this. Here you go, babe. No. There's a whole spectacle. Even if it's not a grand spectacle like I want it to, there is planning and detail and effort put into everything that I do, whether it be a gift or whether it be an act of service. Is always a big grand plan, and I put as much effort as I would in doing something for her or giving a gift to her as I would for doing something for myself. So that's one way I think I keep our relationship / future marriage going.
Respect it.
Yeah, like we said, just don't rush. Get to know, your partner. Make him your best. Yeah, make him your best friend. I always tell him, "You my only friend." He laughs, but I'm serious. Like I can tell him anything. You know what I mean? People don't have that. Work towards that.
I like that. I think that's the foundation right there. I co-sign DAF 100%. How to make a marriage or a relationship work, I can only speak through relationship because that's all I've been in. Is for me personally is just be slow to speak, quick to listen. I try to dissect the good, bad, and ugly because we both are still learning each other. And so communication, we're still learning. So it's to see what are his twerks and how can I fix myself to make sure I don't put flame to that fire. because, you know, my parents, they've been together and still are together. And I saw what were their quirks and what didn't work for them and what works for them. And so I want to make sure that I'm that reflective in my relationship, that I can have those conversations, that if he tells me you did wrong here, you went over the line, that I'm able to sit back and be like, damn, okay, I'm sorry. Because that's a big deal. I feel like it's really hard for me to say I'm sorry.
Do you actually apologize?
Yeah, I do. I can do it more. 100%. I do. What are you looking for? I can. No. No. I do, especially when Mike is the only one. Man, I'm a Puerto Rican from the Bronx. That anger runs deep. Okay, like deep. So, you know, communication is something that I'm still working on. And he is the only person that if I yell at, I don't want to say yell because it's not abusive, I promise. If I get upset and my tone of voice gets a little higher octave than it should, and he'll just like not say anything, I'll feel so bad. Like, damn, Steph, you really went in for what? Do you feel good? Like literally that goes through my head. And never, ever, ever in my years of living, because we're not gonna put my age out there, have I ever felt that way. For someone to make me reflect on how I'm responding to them. And that's how, if that continues going, I think it's gonna work.
Okay. I respect it. So Steph, you brought up something very, very valid, and it takes us into our next thing. The Boricua in you. Am I allowed to call you Boricua?
Of course, 100%.
The Boricua in you allows you to keep the fire going. And sometimes the fire get out of control and you might burn Mike a couple of times. So that brings me to the next topic. How do y'all argue, and is it healthy?
How do I argue?
Well, no, I've had my moments.
No, yes. Is it healthy? I think, well, you know what? Neighborhood therapist, we might need a session. But I can't speak on what's healthy. I just know it's been the healthiest I've ever had. So because I'm constantly learning, and that word reflective goes a long way. Because we can argue, and Mike is so good. I don't know if it's a guy thing, but like he can get real upset with me and then just pace around and be like, you know what, I'm sorry, but you know, it gets down to my level, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry too.
No. That is very much so a Mike B thing.
Okay. Oh, well, okay, that's good, because for me, I won't do that. But because he's able to apologize or bring himself down, it helps me to like compartmentalize and to not go like 110%. Because in my head, I'm banging him against a few walls, but I gotta take a minute, and me taking a minute just helps me understand, okay, he doesn't deserve you going crazy for moving the notebook. So I think it's healthy compared to what I know. And that's how we argue. It's more me and him. He just kind of goes through the roller coaster.
Well, all right. So yes, when Michael takes it to another notch, and I can probably count on one hand how many times she's actually taken me to an extreme point where I just want to blow a gasket, but I don't.
Why?
I've seen how that happens and what entails from situations like that. Specifically when I was growing up with my two parents.
Okay.
You're probably one of the few people that are still close to me to this day that has met both of my parents and know their personalities or know of their personalities. Because everyone knows my mom was very calm, quiet, cool, and collected until you got her upset.
Yeah, buddy.
And I pretty much get that from her. But then on the other side, I had a father who always came in and started yelling without trying to figure out what was going on or what happened. Just yelled from the start. So I guess I always thought like, I'm not going to like, even if I do yell at you, right? And you get me to that point where I just all hell breaks loose and I let her rip. Beyblade reference. I do bring myself back down, like Steph says, and I think about what I just said, and then I think about, did I convey it the way that I wanted to say it? Because I think that's a very big thing with me. I don't always convey how I would want to say certain things, and I say it in one way, but that is not what I mean whatsoever. So, like Steph was saying, I'm very reflective on that now. I wasn't so much when I was younger. When I did get to those boiling points, I just let it rock. But I guess more so at this point now, it's you take me up here, I'm going to come back and reflect on myself to bring myself back down. And then when you're yelling at me, I'm just going through my head thinking about, all right, did I do everything at that point for me not to be in this situation at that moment? And if the answer is no, then I'm gonna sit back, take it back, and then let you get whatever you need out, and then say my piece in a calm manner. But if there's a yes, and I feel like this is like, all right, I have had it up to here. Oh, you gonna hear my mouth? I may not say it right, but you gonna hear my mouth.
And it'd be like that. I understand.
Yeah.
I definitely respect that.
So,
How about you guys?
I guess the another notch that y'all talking about is y'all East Coast thing, because you know I'm from the South, so I'm peaceful and calm. So when he starts going off in that tone, I'm just looking at him like, okay, so we've grown for sure, because I used to go in the mirror, talk to myself, and be like, who is he talking to? Because it's not you. Now I'm like, okay, so just take a deep breath, and I tell him, babe, take a step back. Who are you talking to? But with a calm voice, because I used to walk away and just go talk to myself in the mirror, but now I don't. So now I'll be like, okay, we can talk like adults, right? And I give him that look, and he knows, okay, let me calm down, because maybe she's not as country as I'm thinking, right? So he's saying that my tongue has venom in it, whatever that means. So my tongue has venom. When I speak, it has venom, so I don't want to do that. I don't want to go off on you like that. So, you know, we rarely argue over serious stuff. It's always something silly, like he says, like cleaning up the sink or something if I'm too messy, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
So today we don't really argue. So he'll just say, okay, babe, and let me have it. So
that's right.
Facts. I do hear that. Be on the phone.
So is it healthy? I would say yes. And I think it's because two people are working together to make it healthy. And I'm hearing that from y'all. I'm hearing that from us. The biggest, I guess, cheat code that I have is that I'm an actual therapist. I'm an actual couples therapist. So I'm sitting there talking to my clients, and I don't want to be a hypocrite. So my clients are sitting there saying, yo, we have no communication. My spouse don't listen to me. And and some of the things they be saying, it's kind of like in the beginning, it was calling me out. And I was like, oh, damn. Oh, and I would get quiet, and they'd be like, that's not right, is it? And I'd be like, shit. And I got to respond to that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, thankfully for my clients, shout out to my clients that listen to this show. Like, if it wasn't for y'all, y'all help us as therapists as well with our marriages and our situations, because we get to reflect on that. So what I strive to do is when Daph is like really, really heated, I just mirror her. I do what she do. I get quiet. I'm like, okay. And she hates it. and I like it. that's how I know it works. Another thing is I take it to another level. I got to a point, if it's not something that my mom used to say to me, is this the hill that you want to die on? Because I was like really, really bad, and she kept drilling that into my head. Hey man, I am what I am, man. I know I was a terrible kid. So my mom would like drill that in my head all the time, like, hey, what you're doing, is that the hill you willing to die on? Like, was it worth it? And so I always hear her say that, and hey, don't let a woman walk on the outside of the curb. Those are just my two things that I hear from my mom like constantly, and I can't do without doing those things. So when Daphne is in the mood and I'm in the mood, I ask myself like, all right, am I cool with being mad at her over this, or do I need to just go grab her, hug her, smack on her butt, and call it a day?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time it's grab her, smack on her butt, kiss on the forehead, call it a day. Mm-hmm. Now, there are times where I'm just like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm on 10. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm like, nah, that's some bullshit. You need to feel where I'm coming from. I need you to understand what's going on. Do you hear me clearly, wife? And then her favorite thing is, I hear you. But she won't look at me. And I'm like, yo, fam, I need you to like understand and process what I'm saying to you. I hear you. But she be on her phone, on Facebook. I'm like, come on, Daph. Like, come on, communicate and shit. Like, what's up? But again, it's a relationship. It's a marriage. You got to take the good with the bad. Ain't nowhere in the world you're going to get through this and it's going to be peaches and cream. Like, and that's what I want to, that's the takeaway I want to give to the audience. Like, don't hear us and say, oh, that's so fire. I'm looking forward to that. Like, hold on, fam. Wait a minute, pimping. Like, this shit get kind of crazy sometimes. Like, I have moments where I be looking at her side eye like, man, why the fuck am I here, man? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have moments. There are moments, people. I don't want y'all thinking like everything is roses, but I promise you, if you fight through it, it's worth it.
Yeah,
I would not change a thing about, you know, the way I'm with this woman, man. Like, for me personally, I would change some of my actions, but it made me who I am, and I love my wife, man, and I wouldn't change her for the world.
So, I think people would like to know, even though we probably touched on this, what we've learned from our partners. I think from that last segment, the neighborhood therapist has learned how to be quiet. And speak in such a tone that doesn't flare things up, even though it flares her up anyway. But it's still something that you learn from Daph. And from Steph's perspective, I guess her being more reflective in her mind, something she learned from me, something I learned from my beautiful fiance.
Better have learned something. What'd you learn?
It's not going to be something I already mentioned. Something new, actually.
Okay.
Most people would think I am a risk taker because I am a loudmouth and I'm always trying to be in front. I am not a risk taker. Most people should know that. I actually have taken probably more risks being in this relationship than my entire life. So
I can attest to that. This is a fact. This is an absolute fact. This is an absolute fact. This is an absolute fact.
Risk taking, yes, I've learned from my future
or maybe
wife.
like life experiences, like different life experience, stepping out of your comfort zone. Because I think you've stepped out of your comfort zone a lot. I think that's what it is, really.
Respect.
What about you guys? How have you learned from each other?
I'll let Daph go
Being
first.
open-minded, I guess you can say.
Ooh, I like that.
Can you explain more,
because I like I like a routine, a pattern, things to go, a certain way. But you like, babe, no. Just let life, give you something and then try it. New things.
I like that. What about you?
There's so many, he don't know.
I already said being quiet.
No, that's
I don't mess with.
I learned it's okay to stop fighting.
Mm.
I've been fighting my whole life. Anybody that really knows me know my go to is I will punch you in your mouth. What's up? I
Hmm.
don't care if you 6'5", 250, like let's fight. You know what I mean? And since meeting Dav, don't get it twisted. There was a lot of I won't say fights, but confrontations I got into while I was with her. But I want to say that she has calmed me down like to a minimal. Like now it's to a point where if you want to take it there, I'm exercising exactly what my mom taught me and what my wife taught me. Hey, is this worth it for you not to come home to me? And
Mm.
9 times out of 10, the answer is no. So a lot of the times it's like, nah, bro, you got it. Say less. I ain't got nothing to prove. So she's really I feel like Daphne has saved my life, if I'm being real. Um, I don't really feel like I'm supposed to be here a lot of the times. I feel like I'm supposed to be dead or in jail because I was just so vicious, so wild as a youth. And then getting to college, I was no different. A lot of people stepped out of pocket, and I felt I had to rectify that. But you know, me
The
and Dab,
neighborhood
hey
therapist,
man,
y'all.
hey, it is what it is. You know, I can be professional air quotes when I need to be, but I am who I am, and I'm not running from that. But like I said, man, if it wasn't for my wife, a lot of y'all would have to answer to my left hand. I call her Lily. My right hand, I call her Rosa. Those are my two grandmothers, and they be praying for you. What's up?
Prayed while throwing up fists. Okay.
Hey man, but that's my answer, man. She saved my life, man.
All right. I appreciate
Wow.
that. Appreciate that. Well, I think this next segment is more so for me and you, brother,
What's up?
because I don't think the ladies know anything about this really, except just looking pretty on that special day.
Oh, talk to me.
The stress involved planning the engagement, the man's perspective, ladies. This, we know some of you ladies out there do propose to your significant other,
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
but at this moment in time, we just talking about the man's perspective because I think a lot of people always look for the lady's perspective. Oh, how was it? How did it make you feel? What
Mm.
were you feeling?
That's true, actually.
And we don't talk about the stress of planning it,
Mm.
the stress of getting the blessing,
Mm.
and the stress of working with said future family.
No, Mike, I want you specifically to go last because yours is so unique to COVID.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I want you because yours is so recent. Mine's easy, real quick.
No, I
It
want to
was
hear the details.
I can't because I'm gonna piss Daphne off. That's why I said real quick. Real
Okay.
quick. Okay. First engagement, that was I went to what was it, a revival?
Yeah.
It was like a religious revival. Okay. If you know me, you know that is outside of who I am.
It is.
100% way outside of who I am. Went to a religious revival and all this crazy stuff was happening in New Orleans. Car tire blew out on the middle of the highway. We was doing 70. It almost flipped over. Like I'm talking about, I almost lost my life. I got baptized that same day, came back and proposed to Daphne. We was in our apartment and I proposed to her. Okay. What transpired after that was a mixture of heaven and hell. And I slowly realized that was, believe it or not, the improper way to do it.
Mm.
So what I ended up doing was I was like, you know what? We had went through something. I was like, just give me the ring. And I took the ring off her finger. No lie, right? So I came up with a plan and I hit my mom up and I was like, Mom, I'm gonna need you to come down to Texas. Y'all know if you know my mama, I'm gonna leave that where that's at. Mama was like, okay, what you gonna do? Going hard as fuck. So you know how that go.
Literally.
Yeah, so got mama down here. I said, Mom, what I'm gonna do is on New Year's Day, Daphne's gonna be so unexpected. We're gonna be at her mom's house and we're gonna be in front of her family, her whole family. And it's gonna be me and you gonna be the only representation of the Payne Tyson family. And I'm gonna propose in front of her whole family. So New Year Eve come, her mom is tired. She don't want to go see the family. I'm like, fuck. It's not happening. It's not working. But the beautiful thing about it was Daph has little sisters. They've never seen anything like that before. So I said, okay, it's New Year's. I said, they're gonna be in here because we watching the ball drop, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ball was dropping in 5, 4, 3. So, and my mom is sitting there. She was asleep. I had to wake her up. I'm like, here, mom, start recording. She pulled out the phone. She started recording. My mom is there. Daph's mom is there. Her little sisters are there. And I walk up to Daph. I get on my knee, and Daph is looking at me like I'm stupid because, again, I took the original ring off. So Daph is not expecting nothing. She already in her mode like, oh, our moms are together. This is cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when the one dropped and it said Happy New Year, her mom wasn't paying attention. She was looking at the TV. But when she leaned over and looked, she flipped out, started crying. Oh my gosh. Her little sisters, oh my God, that's so cute. Like that moment to me was everything. And you know.
Real question.
Uh-huh.
Did you cry?
No, I did not. Because I'm getting to the point. The original question was the stress involved.
Right there.
Steph asked for the juiciness. So I gave her I gave Steph what she asked for. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, Steph, I love you. Right?
Yeah.
But watch out. Listen, okay? Listen, fam. The stress involved with me planning that because it was so heavy on me. Mm-hmm. I had a light stroke.
Yes, we end up in the ER. Yes.
2 ERs.
Wait, legit?
Legit light stroke.
Yeah.
Or minor stroke. My bad. Minor stroke. So what happened was it got so I was trying to plan this out so perfectly, and so many things that I couldn't control was happening. And then I'm trying to hide the ring, and then I'm trying to be nice to her for like months on end. And she's like, "Why are you being so nice?" And I'm like, "Fuck," because she know what's going on. Like it's so much stress, it's so much anxiety because we want to get this perfect for y'all. So what happened was one night I was just sitting up and I was sitting there thinking about it, and I was like, "Okay, how I'm gonna do it? I'm gonna do like this and this and this." And I actually called Mike that night, and I was like, "Bro, you know, how should I do it?" He's like, "Bro, you already got a good plan. This and this." He's like, "That's actually a good idea." This and that. He walking me through it. You know, Mike is real good for that. I called Wayne. I called Scott. I called JP. I called the whole damn brotherhood that day. Okay, because I knew something was wrong with me, but I don't think any of them picked up on it. Yeah. And by the time I hung up the phone and Daph had came home, she got in the bed because she was tired. You know, she do her nursing thing. Mm-hmm. She got in the bed, and I knew something was really, really wrong because the whole left side of my body started tingling, and then it went numb. And then the next thing I know, I dropped to the floor. Like I had to slide off the floor. I mean, off the bed and slide onto the floor because I was just in excruciating pain. Went to the first ER in that city that I will not name, and it was terrible. They charged me $3,000 hospital bill. Ended up having to pay $1,000 for them to tell me, "Oh, you got heart palpitations." Well, shit, I know that. I had that since high school. Tell me something I don't know.
Oh my God.
So I'm sitting here tingling. They got EKGs, all this stuff. They discharged me. Daph is looking at me and she's like, "Nah, babe, something wrong with you. Like, what you want to do?" And I'm like, "Daph, I can't even talk to you properly. Like, because the left side of my face was slooped."
Wow.
Eventually, Daph took me to Corpus Christi. I have no problem saying that. They was decent. I liked it. We went somewhere in the middle of the hood, a hospital in the middle of the hood somewhere. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna have to bring my gun into the hospital, but you can't. So I felt really unsafe. But
once again, I present to you neighborhood therapist, y'all.
Yeah, facts. Right? But I got in there. They were really, really great. The nurse that was working on me, she's like, "Can I pray for you? Like, whatever it is that you're going through, it's gonna work out." And I'm just looking at her like, "Bro, damn, I needed that. That's what's up." You know what I mean? And for the most part, I got a good night's rest in that hospital, with the extent of they had somebody from the jail next door to me. He was my neighbor, and he was screaming, "Ah, fuck!" because it's a county hospital. But other than that, I was great. It was fine. But I learned a lot from that day. Like you gotta stop going so hard on the engagement. Like you still go hard, but you have to focus on your mental health and your health because you can burn yourself out. Which leads me to give the alley-oop to Mike because Mike caught me a couple of times and just was like, bro, this shit's not working. I don't understand. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, bro, listen to me, bro. I had that stroke, bro. That shit not no nice business, bro. I don't want
you really did though.
I really had to calm Mike down, but that's why I appreciate Mike so much because he's open-minded, he listens. So that's a huge thing that a lot of women don't understand. You know, we care about y'all, we love you, and us getting down on the knee is just a small portion of it. We gotta fight off demons. We gotta fight off women. For some reason, y'all smell blood in the water when we want to get engaged. And it's like, oh, hey, it's been a while. Hey, stranger. No, don't hang stranger me. Get out my inbox. Go, please go.
Yo.
I mean, so I'm gonna alley-oop it to you, Mike.
All right. So I'm gonna just let the world know. Third time's a charm. First of all, the stress. So after that fateful New Year's Eve night, I started to put into work my plan. Plan one was making sure I started getting the money right. So I was trying to get rid of some debt, which I did at that point. I did get rid of that before I started putting any payments or anything on the ring. So stress one, finding out what type of style and what type of ring she likes. Kind of stressful, but I found ways around it. One, I found like a little fashion ring to get the proper size, see if she likes it, whatever it floats her boat. Then I had to reach out to her sisters because when we were just talking about like different relationship stuff like marriage and this and that, and like I was like, so if I were to propose, who do I need to talk to? Because I know you girls talk to your peoples about something like who's my contacts I need to talk.
True,
and of course, it was easy enough. She's like, oh, my sisters.
Yeah.
Had her sisters' numbers on speed dial. Easy. And her cousin. Had all three. Basically, you know, but playing this stuff around Steph, because Steph wants to be in everybody's business because she has that mama bear spirit. So she needs to know what's going on.
All the time.
So that was another stress on planning this, to keep it away from her, which was hard, but it worked out. And basically, I had spent the day with her sisters to basically go look at rings to see what fits in my budget, my price range and everything for the ring. That was easy. A lot of that stuff was easy. Like originally trying to plan that day was hard, but it became easy because Steph was like, "You're not going nowhere with my sisters." I'm like, I'm taking your sisters out for her birthday. But we all know what happened next. I got laid off. So engagement one got kaput. Cause I was banking on I was getting my bonus. I was like, all right, my bonus about to come through. I'm gonna pay off all the ring at this point. And I've always making payments. I was starting to make the plan, starting to lay stuff out, and then that happens. And that just rocks me to my core. As we both know. And I'm gonna just fast forward because we don't need all these details. A year later, a couple months later, I found a new position, which they had me temporary, but towards the months over the work, they were going to hire me full time. So now I'm already gearing up. All right, here we go. As soon as full time come in, time to go start paying because it's time. It's time. COVID hit. Yep. So that pushed me getting full time a couple more months behind in my original plan that I wanted to. So then during those first couple of months of COVID, they actually did end up giving me full time. And I spoke to Jess and the neighborhood therapist, and I let them know I started making the payments again. So the wheels were starting to turn again. and I was making these payments, and I'm like, all right, bro, I'm doing it before the end of the year. With all this COVID nonsense going on, there's no point for me to wait anymore. I'm doing it.
Yep.
Not knowing that a whole bunch of other events was going to start happening, it caused me to split my money in different areas. Because then next thing you know, a little situation happened, and I had to help my now fiance move into an apartment and start looking for an apartment. So looking and moving into an apartment, that's a whole bunch of other expenses while maintaining what you're already doing. So that was a lot more stress because now I'm in the midst of moving, planning an engagement, and paying off the ring at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So now apartment stuff gets that, then we move in. Now I'm like, all right, I got to do it now. So in the moments before we moved in, I already spoke to her mom, letting her know that I had to speak to her and Pop, which she didn't know about. Luckily, everything worked out that I actually had a conversation with them to get their blessing on everything, or their understanding on everything. That's with moving in, engagement, and everything. So that stress got over, and then it came down to actually planning the day. So now I planned the day so well with her mom, her sisters, her cousin. Everything was ready. Got the permit, got the restaurant, got the photographer.
That man said permit.
Yeah, got the permit for the park. Everything was planned out. Everyone knew. Everyone who was supposed to be there got the text, got the information, got everything. I'm pretty sure it was the day before.
Yes, absolutely.
We find out that her assistant was exposed to COVID.
Yep.
Now we got this rapid testing. Now I'm like, all right, we get this rapid testing. We get the test back. All right, she's gonna be negative. We're gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday morning come. No result.
Mm-hmm.
I called Just. I'm like, bro, she got a result, bro. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm praying that it comes in at least before 12 or 1 o'clock to get these things moving. And at this point in time, the only people who know that Steph had potentially had COVID was me, her sisters, and her mom. So they're like, Mike, what you thinking? What you thinking? I'm like, it's gonna happen today. It's gonna happen today. That's my mindset that day. It's gonna happen.
Can I interject?
Yeah, go ahead, interject.
I was the only one that told him reconsider, but continue.
Yes, he really was. He really was. I'm like, it's gonna get done. All his sisters and mom's like, no, don't worry about it. We can always. I'm like, let's see how it goes. Starts inching closer to 3 o'clock. It is probably now about 1:30, then 2 o'clock, then 2:30. And I'm having her check it every hour on the hour, or probably every half an hour on that. Because I'm trying, like, her sisters done switched up the excuse to get her out the house. Like, everyone's
fighting.
here. Like, they were trying everything in a book.
They really were. And let me remind you, I'm just sitting there like, guys, if I have COVID, I gotta chill. So relax.
Yeah. So at that point, the photographer already got called off because we told him that it was potential. He wasn't taking a chance.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't tell any of family and friends just yet because I'm like, this result could come in any minute and it would be good to go. Because I ain't trying to hear none of them out. You already know. I love my sister. If I told my sister, it'd have been done deal.
Mm-hmm.
For me to get my brothers to show up, that's another big deal. So the faithful 2:45 came, or 2:30, 2:45, and I had given up. And I started letting everyone know via text message because I was not trying to hear anyone's mouth because I was that upset and stressed the heck out. Had Wayne calling me like, what you mean it's canceled?
Yep. Yep.
I had to tell Just to call Wayne and talk Wayne off the ledge. JP was ready, and JP don't get dressed up for nobody.
Nobody.
He got dressed up for his boy.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
He was upset.
So
Joseph done went to PA and back to go pick up his girlfriend to come be there because I invited her. Joe was upset, but I was tight that day. So that engagement got squashed. But then the fateful day, engagement number 3. After talking to the neighborhood therapist, I decided to keep it very simple. I prayed on it, talked to a couple other family members, and I'm like, it don't need to be as many people because that's when the numbers started going back up again. So I was like, let's make it more intimate, a little bit.
No.
What?
Tell the truth. No. That is not the reason why it was simple. It was simple because we established and we agreed that Steph is a woman of simple stature. She don't want all this extra shit around her. Propose to me with the people I care about most around me, and I'm gonna love you forever. That was the conversation, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. But you know what? I gotta give it because it was my fault though, because I always said that I wanted something big, I wanted loud and proud. It was me because I would always say, like, you ain't never gonna do this again.
Yep.
So I want the world to know I am very simple. But this, I want everyone to know that I'm saying yes and that you did this. So go continue. That was my fault. Sorry.
But he still accomplished that. I give him that.
I still accomplished
He
it.
did. He did.
So planning the final one was a little bit easier than the other two, but a lot more stressful because it was a lot of different moving parts. Because there's a whole situation that Steph was not going to be in New Jersey for Christmas. She was going to be in Tampa, Florida with family. And then the other thing was, where are we going to have Christmas dinner? Are we going to have it here with just us and her family come over, or we're going to go to her parents and have it there? There was a whole bunch of different moving pieces until everything got settled the week before of planning. And talked to her sisters. We hashed out the things, the points we need to get done. But of course, I always still remember Steph. She's a stickler with certain things, and she needs to know. So I had to plan this in a way that she didn't have any inkling about it, or that she'll be like, no, I'm not going to do this. Because Steph don't like to dress up. All right. Steph don't like to dress up. And if Steph could wear sweats or tights every day of the week, she would. So I had to basically set it up that we're going on a Christmas trip on Christmas, and so that we don't have any time to go home to change before dinner. Because at this point in time, she's thinking that dinner is going to be at her parents'. I already rearranged everything for her mom to cook all the food, pack it up, and bring it over to our apartment. I also had to drop off the key ahead of time to give it to her, that she can have it to get into the apartment, that they can also decorate and set up everything for when we actually came back after our Christmas trip. So the stress of that day, finally, the day of, everything's going and going, and I'm stressing out. I'm like, oh, this is moving a lot quicker than I expected. And I'm like, oh, Lord, I hope they're ready. Text the sisters. I'm like, no, not yet. And then I realized the last location was a little bit of time, so they had a little bit of time to go. So then when we finally got to the apartment, the stress started to melt off of me as soon as she opened the door. And then, as you guys will see at one point when this video goes out, I'm not going to give you the details, but her family and my sister was there in the apartment. That's all I really needed. Like Just said, his mom, all I needed was big sis Keish to be there. And as Steph was reading the signs, and once she finished up, I got on the one knee and asked her to marry me. But Steph remembers exactly what I say because at that moment in time, all the stress, I just blanked out and forgot the other
I
words.
told you. I told you. Give me my money. I want my bread. Give me my money.
What? Hold on.
I
My
told
money.
so
What is that on
so I
Jess?
told him I had a whole thing written that I wanted to say to you, and I only said the one line, the 1-2 line.
What did you say, Jess?
He had, Steph, he had this whole spill that he had, right? And he wouldn't tell nobody. Everybody was like, "Oh, tell us what you're gonna say." No, mind your business. We was like, "All right, bet." So he was getting closer and closer to it. He was like, "Yeah, oh man, I'm gonna serenade her. Oh man, she gonna love this." And I said, "Man, you ain't gonna remember half this shit on there, bro."
I really did. All I remember was the final line when I said her whole name.
That's crazy.
Steph, man.
Steph, when you thought you had COVID and you canceled the engagement, I haven't even met you yet, but I was so mad. I was like, give me the phone. Let me call her. Like, come on, Steph, wear your mask. Go out. Steph, don't do this to my bro Mike. I was mad at you.
You know what? That COVID thing is real, okay?
I was like, just bring her family over and let them stay outside. Do it from the window. Just you and her in the house. Y'all can do this different ways. Like, don't cancel it. I was really upset, Steph.
It was me, honestly.
Because I know it was you.
You know what? And maybe I should have known, but no, not for nothing. COVID has been going on for this whole time, and I never thought in the beginning, that it can hit close, whatever. But this one, all I'm thinking about, oh my God, if I have it, Mike, then Keisha, then my parents, and my parents are older, like it got real. And the fact that he wanted to go out, I was like, you must be out your mind. And he even had his suit jacket hanging. He's like,
ready.
We're leaving.
It was
I was like, you must be crazy. I'm not doing this to nobody. I'm not contracting COVID to my dad. My mom, it's not happening. Not because you want to go out. So it was definitely me. And I felt so bad when I found out. I felt so bad. But you know what? At the end of it, I've learned a different kind of respect for engagements. Like I said before, I wanted this big old thing, grand, loud, proud, but I didn't realize. You don't realize because you're never the one that does it. Well, I wasn't going to be the one that did it. What goes into it? And that you want it to be so special for your person. And the fact of how you guys think about so many little details, and at the end of it, just wanting to make it special, that to me is like, you can take the wedding, you can take the home, the house, you can take the cars, the fact that you are working towards it and trying to make that day special, for me, for your significant other, that goes farther than anything, I feel.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Beth? Yeah, that's it. That's the only response. Damn, I was trying to. Damn.
Can we revisit that for a second?
What happened?
You got that card. Where's that book? You see this notebook that we got? You get it. Because that, oh man, that's going to be a great story to tell.
But bro, I completely forgot that we both only had one family member there. Compared to her. That is crazy. Yeah. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, we went in the trenches, bro.
Hey, man.
So
y'all did good.
Yes, y'all did good.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
We said yes.
I almost lost my life twice, but it's all good.
Oh my God.
So let's do the burning questions. Let's do 30 seconds. 30-second answers. Yep. So it requires you not to give it too much thought process. I feel that's the brutal honesty of things anyway. Okay, You ready?
Yep.
So these questions are more like the first question is more everybody, but the rest of these questions are more for y'all ladies. Okay.
Okay.
Ready? 30 seconds, y'all. Why do people rush us to kids and marriage after the engagement?
I'll start. Because they think that they set us up better than they were, so they want to see it happen faster.
Steph?
I think it's to fit their traditions. It's the traditional thing to say or do, and we don't live that way no more. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a label that everybody puts on things.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
We don't need to follow that no more, y'all. Do your own thing.
Well, I mean, my 5 seconds is mind your fucking business. We do it when we want to do it. Next question. Which side of the bed are we supposed to sleep on? Which side of the bed is the man's? You know what I mean? What's up? Like,
no, it's for the woman. Daphne, go ahead.
I feel like he needs to sleep by the door. If somebody come in and try to shoot us, he gonna be quicker than me to grab the gun and go to work.
But you don't have me by the door.
You know what I mean? I'm dumb, but I'm saying.
So
I'm
why
learning.
can't be by the door? That's
I'm learning though. I need to learn.
But you know what? If this was a trophy, Daphne, I'm not saying anything because she dropped the mic. That is it. End of story.
Just
I mean, not that I want him to die first or anything, but I think he's more quick to grab the gun and go to work versus the woman.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
I respect the answer. I respect the answer.
He has a tendency. I don't know if you could tell me, Daphne, if Just does this. He will. I'm very peaceful. When I wake up, I want it to be slow and steady. I'm moving my own pace. Him, let some little noise or his alarm go off. I don't want to do anything too quick or anything because he will jump up and like, what? Huh? And I'm like, damn, the world's not ending. Relax.
Exactly.
So you need to sleep by the door. If you hear something, you go. While I'm falling to the floor, possibly taking my time because I'm still waking up. You know?
Shit.
Exactly, Steph. Exactly.
Yo, this is wild.
It's great.
Yo, Mike, do you have a response to that at all, man? 30 seconds, bro.
Yo, the side of the bed I'm supposed to sleep on when I feel most comfortable on. That's it.
Oh my god, that was such a guy answer, bro.
So every day you switch, there's no one side that Mike goes to. One day on the left, the next one on the right.
No. So typically, I like to sleep on the right side of the bed.
Okay.
But I always move because she tells me to. But I didn't realize that was the reason why until we moved in together.
Yeah, he literally fought me for wanting to sleep on the right side. He's like, no, the right side is my side. I said, you see that? That's you.
So now that she explained that, it makes more sense and I respect it and can abide by that. If she said that from the beginning, I'd have been no problem. I would have always went to the proper side.
What about you, Jess?
Whatever side of the bed that gives me optimal position to curl up on my wife, and I'm about to get X-rated, I need to grab breasts and ass as I go into sleep. Like, so for me, the optimal position for that, because I'm right-handed, is for me to be on the whatever side of the bed it is where my heart is on the left, like synced in. Yeah.
So on the right side of the bed.
So you got me over there about to get shot. Okay.
Nah, because all I gotta do is swing around and just pop that thing. Like, we good. But yeah. I mean, I'm cool with that side that I'm on, but if she want me by the door, it's cool too. It don't bother me. But again, my optimal position is I gotta have titties. Like, I that's the only way I can go to sleep. Otherwise, I'm staying up. Right?
Yo, bro, you're funny. Next question. Why can't y'all ever decide what y'all want to eat? Why we always gotta pick?
Oh man. And then we give you options, and you turn down all the options.
Thank you.
And then we pick something, and you go,
I ain't feeling it.
Or I guess, yo, what you want to eat?
Why is that?
Anything.
Why do you think that's so simple? What you want to eat? There's a million things to eat.
Thank you. We live in America. You can buy Chinese food, Greek food, Jamaican food, Spanish food, American food, all around you.
All right, watch this. Daph, what we eating tonight after we get off of this?
I feel like eating. I'll give you 3 choices.
Oh shit!
You take away one, I take away. You take away one, I take away one, and then the last one is what we gonna eat. How about that?
I like
Yep.
that. That's a good answer.
I like that.
I want some Jamaican food. What you want?
No Chinese.
Okay.
So I guess at least pizza.
Wait. That's not an answer.
I'm gonna switch my answer later anyway.
Facts, bro. I promise you gonna get in the car and be like, oh, I'm gonna go here. Oh, I don't want that. Who told you that? You literally said you wanted this. No, that's not what I want. All right. What
Bruh,
y'all got it? What's the answer?
Bruh. You can't ask Steph that right now because she already cooked. Nah. She nope.
What? Ask me what? Why can't I ever decide what to eat? Can't I? Whatever.
No. What you want to eat tonight after that? No.
Well, it is all what we feel, and there are so many choices, and Wendy's, McDonald's is not a thing because he just loves his fast food.
That is not now that's not true. Now here's the real truth about this, right? So when I'm trying to make sure I'm on there on time, you know me, when I do stuff during the day, I don't even think about eating.
Mm-hmm.
So if I need to grab something real quick to put in my stomach, I can't help that out stopping at Wendy's. I don't do McDonald's no more. No. Can't help that I'm stopping at Wendy's. It's something quick. Doesn't mean I don't want to cook. I don't want something else. It's just something quick that I need for right now before we go somewhere. That's really it.
We can have a long conversation about this, but
Facts.
it was only 30 seconds.
Facts. So we definitely winding down. It's been a long journey. I feel like Dax is gonna edit the hell out this podcast. He's gonna be upset about episode 1, but he's gonna be extremely happy. Because I feel like this will be our, if not longest, our second longest episode. Because otherwise, we're going back to our 45 minutes to an hour. But y'all are the queens. Y'all deserve so much more time. But we wanted to give y'all a platform because people rocking with the podcast, they feeling us. And we was like, episode 12 did numbers. Shout out to Brittany and Kelly Austin, the Austin family. They did their thing. So we was like, why not continue that segment and bring the queens on? Who better to tell the story than them? We do appreciate you, Daph. I appreciate you because I know this was a battle for you to
get on here. Yep. Welcome back.
Yep.
And Steph, I appreciate you. Even though I was having technical difficulties earlier, but it's all right.
Yeah, facts. So leave us with any tips and trades for people listening for the relationship.
Steph, you want to go first?
Any advice for relationships? Basically, love is a beautiful thing, y'all. It's just, it can bring out the good and the bad in you, if that makes sense. So, it can be, you can be the best person in the world, or you can be the bitch that you never thought you were. So just be careful about that, ladies. Another thing that I think is basically, if you can't sit down and talk to your partner to communicate and not just sit there and listen just to respond, then you're going to have a long, hard road. So basically, you need to just stop, listen, communicate effectively, not in the New Jersey tone, in the down South Texas tone. You know what I mean?
That's all.
Another thing, just remember that nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? In terms of man and woman, not religion. Because if you love someone, you can grow to be in love with them, or you can grow to despise them, depending on how y'all, your road is going with love. And my last thing is basically, I'm a firm believer that you shouldn't go out looking for love. You're going to accidentally stumble upon the person you're supposed to be with.
100.
So I think that's about it. What's meant to be will be.
Will be. Ooh, can we just end right there?
Whatever y'all want to do, but that's what I think.
That's drop mic. I'm
the neighborhood therapist. Now I see where you be getting all your fire from.
Yeah, all right.
I'm getting no kickback for that. No kickback.
Look, you know what they said, behind every man there's a strong and powerful woman. So
yeah, and the rise and fall too of a man.
It's true. I don't know. That was really hard to follow, though. But I definitely believe that um, you have to be present in your relationship in all ways. Um, Learn how they need to be loved and how you need to be loved, because you can't love someone if you don't know how to love yourself. Um, and always try and don't ever stop dating them.
Mm.
That's
Constantly
a
get
good
to
one.
know their goods, their bads, and their in betweens, and constantly try and make those things better. Um, we've only been together for 4 years. You guys have been together for 10, and it works. Love works, and you can love the person that you're with. And yeah, just keep on growing in that. Learn to understand their love language.
True D. I
True.
respect it. Um, there's no way I can top what y'all talking about, so I'm just gonna throw some regular joint out there. I feel that everybody should listen to Rihanna "Kiss It Better."
Mm.
Rihanna. Let me give her proper respect. Um, Kiss it better, kiss it better, kiss it better. Um, it don't matter what you're going through. If you're happy that night or mad that night, kiss her or him on the forehead, on the lips. Go to sleep. You'll wake up happier. I promise.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And let's see on the couch.
Nah,
Go
see,
downstairs and kiss them too. Even because some couples I know they sleep separate when they're upset. We don't allow ourselves to do that, but I know some couples do. I've seen family members do it. Even if they're downstairs and you're upstairs in your bed, if you're the man, go down and kiss your wife, vice versa. Never go to bed mad at each other.
I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Yeah, I dropped all the gems. I guess the only one I can use is the age old happy wife, happy life.
oh,
look,
that's,
look,
As
that's a fact.
simple
look.
as
That's a
that
fact.
sounds,
It's
yes,
it,
yes.
it's very true.
It
It
is.
is very true. Just, I guess I'll just add this to it. Men, remember, they do not think like we do.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
never gonna be able to understand us. I don't even understand us.
Yeah.
Exactly. Same. I still don't know what I want to eat.
Oh my yo.
She cooked. She cooked.
Mike, all right, bro? Do you have any marketing tips for our fans, bro, and the listeners? Please, please, bro. I can't, bro.
Just like you need to know your partner in a relationship, you got to know your audience. Like I've said before, if you don't know who you giving a product to or a service to, and you don't understand what their needs are, how can you really treat their needs? So you got to know your audience. Michael's marketing tip of the day.
Facts, facts. And what I'll end it with is a mental health tip. Mental health tip. Since we speaking on relationships, there are 5 love languages according to Mr. Gary Chapman. They are words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, physical touch. Figure out your own, figure out who you're dealing with, what they respond to, and mix and match. And figure out their love language. When you figure that out, just abide by it and y'all be happier.
That's right.
Facts.
How y'all feel?
I feel good. I feel like I've learned a lot. Honestly, I've picked up a few tips. I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys for bringing some gems from your long relationship, and that's something that we're still picking up and learning. So I appreciate that. I do.
I feel like you can learn from
Learn from every
any
we learned from y'all
relationship.
today.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Thanks.
That's a fact.
Of course, of course. Now, with that said, neighborhood therapist, I think it's time for us to go and check out episode 1 of season 2. Y'all be on the lookout for more.
That's a fact. And go ahead and hit that Patreon up. We about to do a cash app. DJ Daxter needs to get paid. Y'all need to pay that man. He produced this thing. This is what y'all in love with. Y'all want more of this stuff, man. Hit that cash app up. We are taking sponsors. We had a few sponsors hit us up. We mulling it over. We thinking about it. So we here.
We working, baby. We working.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Look out for the YouTube also dropping down later this year at some point. So look out for the YouTube. YouTube's coming live and will be on video. You'll get to see your favorite two hosts. You feel me?
That's a fact, man. Hey, man, my last thing, man. I'm done with love is love, man. Make love, not war. I'm out.
Ooh.
I love it.
Peace.
Kiko.